Hi there, I'm Julie from Yogabelfast, and I'd just like to share a gentle morning practice with you. This is pretty much how I start my day. It's a nice way to gently stretch out your body and just wake up a little bit of energy to increase your vitality and set the intention for your day. So I hope you'll enjoy. We're going to begin just laying down on the floor with a few gentle stretches. So you can come down to lay on your back with your knees bent. Take a little moment just to settle, lining up the shoulders with the hips. And when you feel comfortable in position, just gently bring one knee into the chest and then the other knee in until both knees just gently coming in towards the chest. You can hold around the knees or shins, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then we'll just start with some gentle rocking just side to side. Just simply rocking side to side, massaging the back. Notice how that feels. If you feel a little sweet spot, then roll into that a little bit more. And I'm going to turn this into circles now, so just circling around with the knees. Again, just gently massaging into the back. And keep paying attention to what your body's telling you. So if anything you're doing doesn't feel comfortable or creates any source of pain in your body, you should stop and back off a little bit, modify, or just even skip out that part of the practice. It's important to be peaceful in your body and not to create any harm. Just going to change direction of those circles. So each time we get on the mat, it's important to just meet ourselves where we are. So some days the body's a little tighter, stiffer than others. We just embrace the present, how it is. So we come into center now. We're going to press the knees gently forward as you inhale and slowly back into the chest as you exhale. So letting the breath travel in and out of the nose. And just moving at the pace of your own breath. One more time, inhaling, pressing the knees away. And exhaling, bringing the knees back in to the chest. Now we'll start to open the hips a little, so we'll take some wide knee circles. So with the hands on the knees, take the knees out wide, circling them back in and around. So we'll do this 3 or 4 times in one direction. And just notice if you can stay attentive to your breath as you move the body. We'll change direction now, just coordinating the breath and the movement. Good, and then we'll slowly draw the knees back into the chest. At this point, if you feel comfortable, you could wrap hands or arms around knees or shins, or just simply hold very lightly on the knees or even underneath the back of the thighs there. Whatever is most comfortable for you. Take a couple of breaths here, and as you're breathing out, consciously relax your shoulders, all your facial muscles. Now feel the neck is long and spacious. You're going to move in to stretch the back of the legs gently. Place the left foot on the floor. And just holding at the back of the right thigh, gently extend that leg. Don't worry if it goes straight or not. Just whatever straight feels for you at the moment. And we're going to point the foot up and down. So just starting to wake up the ankle joints. Starting to boost your circulation for the day ahead. We'll do a few circles now. Circling the foot around, keeping the leg steady. You may hear some little pops or cracks from the ankle, so as long as that all feels good, so there's nothing to worry about. Just a little release in the joint. And then we'll make a footprint toward the ceiling. Again, don't worry about straightening the leg, don't force. Just let the leg stretch, relax your shoulders, and take 2 to 3 deep conscious breaths here. Feel that you can breathe into the belly, the whole of the rib cage, and then filling up the upper chest. So we fill the lungs completely as you inhale. And then a nice, slow, smooth exhalation, emptying out the lungs. Feel yourself relax as you breathe out. At the end of your exhalation, bring the knee into the chest again. And then we're going to bring the right ankle bone over onto the left side, just above the knee, and then we're going to gently coax that right knee away. So we start to open the right hip. Just to protect the ankle and the knee, keep the right foot flexed. And if you already feel a lot of sensation, you may just want to stay here in this posture. Perfectly fine. Just work at your own level. If you'd like to increase the intensity, and that feels a good thing for you to do right now, then we're going to go for what we call thread the needle. I'm going to pick up that left thigh, hug in at the back of the thigh, draw the left side toward the chest, and as you do that, squeeze the right knee gently away. Feel the sit bones release towards the mat. And relax your shoulders, your face. Feel both the shoulders are equally relaxed on the floor. 1 or 2 more breaths here. And we'll slowly release. And just bringing both feet to the floor with the knees bent. Rest the hands on the belly. And just rest here for a breath or 2. Feel the gentle rise of the belly as you inhale. And feeling the belly gently lower as you exhale. Feel that each exhalation is an opportunity for you to release tension, whether that's physical or mental tension, so you can start your day from a peaceful place. You're going to bring the left knee in toward the chest, holding at the back of the thigh as you gently extend the leg up. There's no need to try and pull the leg in towards you. You just think more of a line from the hip up to the heel. And again, don't worry if the knee is quite bent here. Just stretch the best you can without straining. If the leg can't go straight, then go ahead. We'll start to point that foot up and down. Just waking up the joints. Boosting the circulation. Starting to warm up the legs. And then a few circles with your foot, keeping the legs steady. And changing direction. And go ahead now, we'll make a footprint toward the ceiling. We'll stay here for 2 to 3 deep breaths. Really relax those shoulders, the face. And just stay present to the sensation in your body, awareness of your breath. At the end of your next exhalation, we'll bring the knee into the chest. And then left ankle bone over onto the right side, just above the knee. We start to ease the left knee away. Just feel how things are on this side. So for me, this side's always a little tighter. And so I'm just going to stay in the lower version of this posture for now. And if you feel that you're more open, then you go ahead and pick up the right thigh, draw it in towards you. As you draw the right thigh in, squeeze the left knee away. Breathe deeply here. Take time to dive into the breath, keeping the mind's attention here and now. Gently release that now, bringing both the feet to the floor. So a couple of options now as we move up to sitting. If you want a little more energetic boost and you're feeling good in the lower back this morning, you can rock and roll along the spine. I'll show that in a moment. If you feel a little tighter around the back this morning, just want to be more gentle, and you can just roll onto your side and ease yourself up. Otherwise, we're going to take the hands at the back of the thighs or knees, bend the knees, and we'll start to swing forward and back. We're going to rock and roll along the spine, have a little fun. And then we'll come all the way up to sit. So as we come to sit, if you find it difficult to sit cross-legged, you're very welcome to kneel, or you can sit with the legs out in front of you, maybe sit against the wall if that's more supportive. I'm going to sit up on a cushion. You can use a cushion, a folded blanket, a book, just to raise the hips up a little bit. And then we come into our seat, and as we sit in our seat, just stack the shoulders above the line of the hips. And stacking the head above the line of the heart. Just pause for a moment here, resting the hands on the knees. Go ahead, close your eyes. Just take a quiet moment here to connect to yourself. Greet your day. And we bring the hands together at the heart. This is Anjali Mudra, a gesture of centering and also a gesture of gratitude or offering. So maybe take a moment now to express gratitude for a few things in your life. It could also be a nice time to set an intention for your day ahead. Ready, just blinking open the eyes. We're going to start to wake up a little bit with the neck and the shoulders. So neck and shoulders can always be a little stiff after your night's sleep. So we're just focusing straight ahead, and as you inhale, simply lift the chin. Take it as far up as you wish. Range of movement's up to you. Exhale, bringing the chin towards the chest. Inhale, rise. And exhale, down. Let's do one more like that. Inhaling up and exhaling down. And we come back to center. Let's turn that into some circles. So imagine your nose is a pointer. It's going to travel around the clock. So as you inhale, point the nose up to 12. As you exhale, travel around to 3, down to 6, and then inhaling up to 9 and 12. So let's do a couple more clockwise circles, and being guided by the rhythm of your own breathing. And when you finish that circle, we'll change direction. So let's do 3 anti-clockwise. And when you've finished, just resting back at center. Let's wake up the shoulders. We're going to reach the arms forward, palms are up, and we'll bend at the elbows, fingertips lightly coming onto the shoulders. Root down through your seat, and as you inhale, lift through the waist, side body, lift the elbows high, and as you exhale, stretch those elbows wide and draw them all the way down behind you. So big circles with the elbows now, inhaling as you lift, and exhaling to lower. Let's change direction. So lifting up, big lift to the side body, root in the seat, and then exhale, releasing down. And as you do this practice, just stay attentive to the alignment of the skull with the spine. So we want to just balance the skull right at the top of the spine so the head's not tilted forward or back. One last circle. Big breath in. And release. And just take a moment to shake off the hands, shake off any tension. Then move into a side bend flow. This is a super way to wake up in the morning. It's a really good way to boost your vitality. So we're going to reach the right hand about 12 inches away from your right hip out on the floor. You can be on fingertips or down to palm. You can make a fist and knuckles, or put your hand on a block or book. So we're breathing in, big stretch up through the left side. Keep reaching. And then breathing out, slowly release. Change sides. Inhale, stretch. As you stretch up, root that side hip. Exhale down. So let's do this a few more times. Nice way just to stretch and wake up the body. Moving with those deep breaths. Inhale, reach. Exhale down. One more. And exhale. You're going to take a simple twist now. So the right hand is going to find the base of your spine. Travel on down to place the fingertips on your block cushion or just on the floor behind you. We'll take the left hand over onto the right knee. Breathe in, we're going to lift and lengthen through the spine. And as you breathe out, start to rotate the chest open to the right. Roll the right shoulder head back. And then start to gradually turn your gaze towards and beyond that right shoulder. Breathe deeply here into the center. Feel right into the belly and the midsection. You feel a little more congested here at this time to breathe. Just breathe as deeply as you can. And as you exhale, slowly release and give yourself a moment for the spine to reset. So just place the palms on the knees. Relax your shoulders, breathing in and out. We'll change sides. So left hand finding the base of the spine, then fingertips pressing against the block or earth. Right hand across, breathe in, lift and lengthen. Breathing out, turning mostly really with the upper chest to your upper back. Broaden out across your collarbones, relax your shoulders. And breathe deeply, taking care not to tilt the head here. Just feel almost like the body is an apple core. Just settling the head right at the top. One more breath in. And as you breathe out again, come back to center, rest your hands, just close your eyes. Deep breath in, fill your lungs. And slow breath out. Again, deep breath in. Hold it at the top, and this time, nice breath out through the mouth, release. So go ahead and just stretch out the legs and the feet. You can do little windscreen wipers here with your legs and feet. We're going to go ahead and move on to all fours now. So move any of your props out of the way. We're going to come onto hands and knees. If you need to pad your knees with a blanket, please do. And to set up the pose, we have wrists lined up underneath the shoulders with the hands and shoulders width apart. The knees are straight down from the hips. Nice long feeling in the spine, so release the shoulders away from the base of your neck. Spread through your fingers and thumbs now, and to reduce any tension in the wrists here and pressure on the wrists, place a little more weight into the base of your knuckles and the inner thumb bones pressing down. Nice long feeling in the neck here. We're going to move through cat and cow pose. So beginning to drop the belly as we lift the heart. Gaze moving forward and up as the tailbone rises. And then into cat, curl the chin, the tailbone in. Hug the navel up through the spine towards the ceiling as you round the back. Hug the navel up. Now move with the breath, so inhale as you open up. And exhale as you curl in. Inhale, arch the spine. And exhale, round. Come back to neutral. And we're going to breathe in here, and as you exhale, sinking back to extended child. So just reach your seat in the direction of your heels. Doesn't matter if you get all the way down. And if you find it's a strain to keep the arms straight here, you can release the elbows. Maybe even just use the hands or fists for support for your head. If you feel you can get a little deeper in the pose, arms out long, and release down with the forehead. Breathe deeply here in your child's pose. And perhaps as you're breathing in, just remind yourself of your intention for the day. Or you can breathe in and add to your gratitude list. As you inhale, come back to all fours. You're going to take the hands, another handprint in front. Spread through those fingers and thumbs and root down. We're going to flow into downward facing dog now, so we're going to tuck the toes underneath. Press the floor down, breathing in as you exhale to lift the knees up, tilt the hips up. We're going to keep the knees bent, reaching back away from the hands, seat and floor, the pelvis nice and high. Begin to pedal slowly here with your heel bones. Relax your neck. Just pedaling out with the feet, waking up the legs. Keep the hips held nice and high. When we come to center, we're going to lift the heels up super high. Lift the hips, breathing in. And then as you breathe out, release back through the heels, a little bend in the knees. And then we're going to start to walk backwards with the hands. Keep walking back. You're going to fold down over the legs. So here, nice soft knees. We're releasing down with the head. We'll take a little ragdoll here. So just pretty floppy with the arms. Even shake out the head a little. Keeping the feet grounded about 2 fist widths apart. Spread through the toes. And then just let there be a little sway in the upper body. We come back to center now. We're going to bend deeper into the knees, sending the hips back. Tuck in the chin, take a breath in. As you exhale, start to coil up the spine. Press down through the feet, start to lift through your pelvic floor and roll slowly bone by bone until you come all the way up to standing. So go ahead now, I'm going to come to the top of your mat and we'll practice mountain pose. So we're going to stand with the feet 2 fist width apart, spread through the toes. You feel now that you stack a line with the ankle, the hip, the shoulder. Weaken the thigh muscles, feel strong. Relax your shoulders. And just stretch gently through the crown without lifting your chin. Focus your eyes on one spot ahead, soft gaze. And we're going to take a gentle side stretch. We're going to flow the arms slowly up. Take hold of your left wrist, spin your palm away, lift through the left side as you inhale, stretching over towards your right as you exhale. Just reaching gently over. Inhale to come up, we'll switch sides, reaching up, and then stretch over to your left. Press down through both of your feet nice and strong. Breathe into center, and then exhale to release. We're going to move through some half salutations. So ground the feet. And the first movement, we're going to roll the shoulders inwards towards each other, back of the hands to touch, softness in the knees. And you're going to rise up, rooting into the feet. Draw the arms up through the center. Inhale to reach. Palms touch in a prayer. And exhale, bring that prayer down, send the hips back. And with soft knees, fold all the way down over the legs. Bringing the hands just under the knees. We expand to a long flat back as you inhale. Keep the neck long. Folding down to exhale. Hands beside the feet. Sink back with the hips, breathing in. Coil up the spine as you breathe out, bone by bone, rolling slowly. Let's try that again. Shoulders in, reach up with the arms. Grounding down through feet, tailbone long. Hands to touch, exhale. Hinging all the way down. Hands to shins, inhale, offer the heart forward, nice long flat spine, long neck here, and then fold in with soft knees, hinging at the hips, exhale. Bending back through the knees, breathing in, coil up the spine as you breathe out. Reach all the way up, and releasing the arms by your sides now. And just stand tall, breathing in and out of mountain pose. For a few rounds of breath now, just to focus the mind. You can keep the eyes focused and open in one spot, or close the eyes, take your awareness within. And inhale for 3 to 4 seconds, and exhale for 6 to 8 seconds. Using this as a way to keep the mind steady and focused. Stay present in your body. Breathing in and out. Good. Then we're going to come all the way down. We're going to lie down in the back. With the knees bent, you're going to bring the heels close to your seat until your shins are vertical, just straight up and down, and the feet are parallel. We're going to take a floating bridge pose, a nice way to move into an energizing back bend, but quite gently. So place the palms down on the floor. Arms down by your sides. Gently tilt the pelvis back until you feel the lower back press a little more into the mat. Keep that tilt. Pressing down through the feet, and as you inhale, start to lift the arms as you lift the pelvis, the lower back, the mid back. Just sweeping the arms all the way back behind you, pressing down onto the soles of the feet. As you exhale, we're going to slowly float back down, so the arms will flow down. Curl down through the spine, bone by bone. And at the end of the exhale, you come back to your starting position. Let's try that twice more. So root down through the feet. Inhale to rise. Lifting up through the pelvis, lower back, mid back. Stretching the arms all the way behind you. Press with your feet. Stretch your upper thighs toward your knees. And exhale, rolling down bone by bone. Let's try one more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Once you've completed that, bring one knee into the chest, other knee into the chest, both knees in, gently rocking now, or a few circles, massaging the back. We're going to finish up with a simple twist, so we'll place the feet to the floor, knees bent. We'll keep the feet and knees together, and we're going to shift the hips off center towards the right. Draw the knees up towards the chest, and then guide the knees over to the floor on the left. If you need to bring the knees lower, please do. And then start to open up at the right side, extend the arm, open up the chest. And as you reach the right arm out, just take care it's only at shoulder height, and ideally have the palm to face up. If it feels okay for your neck, you can also take your gaze to the right. Breathe deeply there. Breathing in, as you're breathing out, you slowly come back through the center. And just take a moment to recenter the hips and the shoulders. And then we'll bring the feet and knees together, shift the hips over off center toward the left, and then bring in the knees toward the chest. If that's too much to bring the knees up, you can just roll from here over to the right. Otherwise, knees up, breathing in. As you exhale, knees will come down to the right, opening up the chest to the left, extending the left arm with the palm up, and taking your gaze to the left. You can settle here, closing the eyes, breathe deeply. And each time you exhale, really relax that left shoulder. Feel it sinking into the floor. Just a couple more deep breaths here. Breathing in as you exhale, we'll slowly come back to center. And take a moment now with the shoulders and hips stacked, feet are wider than the hips. Let the knees come in to touch. And just rest the hands on the low belly. Relax the upper arms and elbows and shoulders. Closing your eyes, breathe in deeply, feel the rise of the belly. Breathing out slowly, feel the belly release and relax. Go ahead now and walk the feet and knees together. Extend the right leg out, the left leg out. And the feet and legs are a little wider than hip width apart. Feet fall into the sides. Release the arms away from your body. Turn your palms to face up. Nestle the shoulders in and down. Closing your eyes. I'm going to take time now to rest in Shavasana. So always taking a little time for Shavasana. So even in the morning, we don't have as much space perhaps for our practice. Just even giving yourself a minute here can really reset the body and the mind so that you flow into your day from a calm and centered place. So just offering this gift to yourself now, resting quietly for the next minute or so. For those of you who have a little extra time, please continue to rest in Shavasana for as long as you wish. For those of you up against a time slot, just slowly now come back to the body and And start to gently wiggle your toes, your fingers. Take a nice deep breath in. And out through the mouth. And slowly draw the legs together, breathing in, take a full body stretch. And then breathing out as we bring the knees slowly into the chest. And bringing the feet down. And just peacefully, still with the eyes closed, just roll over onto your side. You can use your arm like a pillow. And take your time, use the hands to press. And slowly bring yourself up to sit. Taking a little time just to settle into your seated posture, rest your hands on your knees. Bring the hands together. Thank yourself for making time for you this morning. Remind yourself of your intention as you flow into your day. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a super day.